Welcome back everyone, let's talk about the Swiss Alps. Picture this. Huge mountains with snowy tops, green valleys and lakes so clear you can see right through them. Imagine waterfalls tumbling down rocks and rivers flowing through the valleys. The air is fresh, smelling like pine trees and flowers. It's super pretty, a place where nature is the boss. The Swiss Alps aren't just a nice view, they're a real living example of how amazing nature is. People have always loved these mountains, finding peace and inspiration in them. These mountains have shaped everything from the land to the way people live here. For a super long time, the Swiss Alps have been a favorite for travelers, artists, and adventurers. People from all over the world come here to experience its magic. Whether you like skiing down a snowy hill or hiking through a field of flowers, the Alps have something for everyone. But there's more to the Swiss Alps than just pretty views. In the small towns tucked away in the mountains, life is more relaxed. It's a mix of old traditions and modern life, which is pretty cool. You can really feel the history in the Swiss Alps. For generations, people have lived according to nature's schedule. Farming, making cheese, and working with wood are important parts of their culture, passed down through families. The sound of cowbells in the valleys is a classic Alp sound, reminding us of the area's farming history. Even with modern life changing things, many of these traditions are still alive. Locals are proud of their history and work hard to keep their customs and crafts alive. This mix of old and new makes the Swiss Alps special, a place where tradition and modern life get along great. The sun comes up over the Swiss Alps, making the snowy mountaintops glow. The first light of dawn spreads across the valley, casting a golden hue on the quaint village below. It's a serene and breathtaking sight, one that marks the beginning of another day in this picturesque part of the world. It's a new day, ready for adventure. Hikers lace up their boots, eager to explore the rugged trails that wind through the mountains. Families gather their gear, excited for a day of bonding and discovery amidst nature's grandeur. The air is crisp and fresh, filled with the promise of new experiences. But life in the Alps isn't just about pretty views, it's about living with nature, being part of a community, and feeling good after a day's work. Villagers come together, sharing stories and laughter, strengthening the bonds that make their community so special. They engage in outdoor activities, from farming to crafting, each task a testament to their connection with the land. Many people in these mountain towns wake up early. The day starts with the first light, and there's a sense of purpose in the air. The streets slowly come to life as people step out of their homes, ready to embrace the day's challenges and joys. The baker is already making fresh bread. The aroma of baking bread fills the air, a comforting and familiar scent that signals the start of the day. The baker's hands move skillfully, shaping dough into loaves that will soon be enjoyed by the entire village. Farmers are taking care of their animals, and you can hear cowbells ringing in the mountain air. The sound is a gentle reminder of the pastoral life that thrives here. Farmers work diligently, ensuring their animals are healthy and content, a vital part of the Alpine ecosystem. Kids, all bundled up in warm clothes, are going to school, laughing as they go. Their laughter echoes through the streets, a joyful sound that adds to the village's charm. School is not just a place for learning, but also a hub of social activity where friendships are forged and memories are made. Life in the Swiss Alps is all about the land. The mountains provide not just a stunning backdrop, but also the resources that sustain the community. From farming to tourism, the land is integral to every aspect of life here. The mountains aren't just a background, they're part of everyday life, shaping how people live and what they do. The rugged terrain influences everything from architecture to daily routines, creating a unique way of life that is deeply intertwined with the natural world. From the food they eat to the clothes they wear, the Alps are a big part of everything. Traditional meals are prepared with locally sourced ingredients, and the clothing reflects the practical needs of mountain life. Every aspect of daily living is a tribute to the enduring relationship between the people and their majestic surroundings. Farming in the Alps is tough work. The steep hills and crazy weather make it hard. But farmers here have learned how to work with the land and raise animals in this environment. Cows eat in the mountain meadows during the summer, and their milk is used to make that famous Swiss cheese. Making cheese is a big deal in Switzerland. In small, family-run places, cheesemakers use methods that have been around for a long time. They put a lot of care into it, from choosing the milk to the aging process that gives each cheese its special flavor. The result is cheese that's not only yummy, but also shows the heart and soul of the Swiss Alps. Life in the Swiss Alps follows the seasons. Spring brings colorful wildflowers. Summer is for hiking, biking, and enjoying the long sunny days. In the fall, the leaves turn gold and red, and the air gets cool and crisp. Winter turns the mountains into a snowy wonderland, perfect for skiing, snowboarding, and playing in the snow. Each season is beautiful and has its own challenges. People here have learned to live with these changes. They know how important it is to respect nature and work with it. This connection to nature is a big part of their lives. Living in the mountains has created a strong sense of community in the Swiss Alps. Neighbors help each other out, sharing what they have and supporting each other through good times and bad. Festivals and gatherings are common, giving people a chance to get together, celebrate their traditions and strengthen their friendships. Even with lots of tourists, many Swiss villages have kept their unique character. Locals are proud of their traditions and happy to share their culture with visitors. The people of the Alps are warm and friendly, happy to share their beautiful home with others. Imagine trying to get around the Swiss Alps 100 years ago. The landscape was rugged and unforgiving, with towering peaks and deep valleys. Back then, the only way to traverse these majestic mountains was by foot or on horseback, navigating narrow, winding paths that clung precariously to the mountainsides. Steep, windy paths were the main roads, connecting villages high up on the mountains. These trails were often treacherous, especially during the harsh winter months when snow and ice made travel even more dangerous. Villagers relied on these paths for everything, from trading goods to visiting family in neighboring villages. Today, amazing engineering has made it much easier to get around. Modern infrastructure has transformed the way people travel through the Swiss Alps. Roads now wind smoothly through the mountains, and tunnels cut through the rock, providing safe and efficient routes for cars and trains. Tunnels go right through mountains, making travel faster and connecting towns. These engineering marvels have drastically reduced travel times and have made it possible to reach previously inaccessible areas. The tunnels are not just functional, they are a testament to human ingenuity and the ability to overcome natural obstacles. Cable cars go high above deep valleys, giving you amazing views and taking you to remote areas. These aerial tramways are not only a practical solution for transportation, but also offer breathtaking panoramic views of the stunning Alpine scenery. They connect mountain peaks and valleys, making it easier for tourists and locals alike to explore the region. These amazing engineering projects aren't just about convenience, they're important for the mountain communities. The infrastructure supports the local economy by facilitating tourism and trade. It also ensures that residents have access to essential services, such as healthcare and education, which are vital for the well-being of these remote communities. They make sure people can get essential services all year round, help farmers get their products to markets, and allow kids to get to school even in the snowy winter. The reliable transportation network is a lifeline for these communities, ensuring that they remain connected to the rest of the country regardless of the season. The Swiss have cleverly added modern infrastructure to their mountains, respecting the natural beauty while making life easier. This delicate balance between development and preservation is a hallmark of Swiss engineering, showcasing their commitment to maintaining the pristine environment of the Alps while enhancing the quality of life for those who live and visit there. Even though they're in the mountains, the Swiss Alps aren't isolated. Fast internet and cell phone service reach even the farthest villages, connecting them to the rest of the world. This connection has opened up lots of opportunities, allowing people to work from home, learn online, and stay in touch with family and friends who live far away. The internet is really important for businesses in the Alps, helping them reach customers all over the world. Farmers can sell their food online and artists can show off their work to everyone. Tourism has also benefited. making it easier for travelers to find those hidden gems in the Swiss Alps. Education is a big deal in Switzerland, even in the mountain communities. Kids in the Alps have good schools, with many villages having their own elementary schools. Older kids can go to well-equipped high schools and vocational schools, often by public transportation. The Swiss education system encourages kids to love learning and respect nature. They learn about sustainability, protecting the environment, and keeping their cultural traditions alive. Many schools have outdoor activities, giving students a chance to experience nature and learn about the unique challenges and rewards of living in the mountains. The Swiss really care about their environment, and you can see that in how they develop the Alps. They use renewable energy like hydropower and solar power, which is better for the environment. They're also great at recycling and composting. Sustainability isn't just about the environment. The Swiss want to keep their cultural traditions alive and make sure their mountain communities are strong for the future. This means supporting local businesses, promoting responsible tourism, and encouraging young people to stay and help their villages thrive. The Swiss Alps show how tradition and modern life can work together. Adding technology and infrastructure hasn't ruined the natural beauty or cultural traditions. Instead, they've made progress carefully, making sure the special character of the Alps is protected for the future. You can see this balance everywhere in the Swiss Alps, from how they farm to how they protect traditional crafts. The Swiss know that progress and tradition aren't enemies. They actually make each other better. High in the Swiss Alps, where the air is thin and the peaks touch the sky, lies a world untouched by time. In this serene and majestic landscape, the meadows are a vibrant green, and here lives a shepherd named Peter. Peter is not just any shepherd, he is a guardian of traditions that have been passed down through generations. Peter takes care of traditions that are as old as the mountains themselves. He follows the same paths his ancestors did, tending to his flock with a dedication that is rare in today's fast-paced world. Every morning, as the sun makes the snowy peaks glow with a golden hue, Peter begins his day. The first light of dawn is his signal to start the daily routine. Peter leads his sheep along the mountain paths, guiding them to the best grazing spots. The paths are steep and narrow, but Peter knows them like the back of his hand. The sound of their bells ringing through the valleys is like a song of country life, a melody that has echoed through these mountains for centuries. Each bell has a unique tone, creating a symphony that is both soothing and timeless. Peter's face and hands show that he's lived a life close to nature. His weathered skin and calloused hands are a testament to the hard work and dedication he has put into his craft. He understands the mountains, the wind, and the animals. This deep connection with nature allows him to predict changes in the weather and understand the needs of his flock. His days are long and his work is hard, filled with the constant demands of tending to his sheep. From sunrise to sunset, Peter is always on the move, ensuring that his flock is safe and well fed. But despite the challenges, he's happy and peaceful because he's so connected to the land. The mountains are his home and the sheep are his family. This bond gives him a sense of fulfillment that is hard to find elsewhere. Peter is like many Swiss people who have seen things change over the years. The world around him has evolved, but he remains steadfast in his commitment to preserving the old ways. He hasn't forgotten the traditions that define his heritage. These customs are not just a part of his daily routine, they are a part of his identity. He likes modern things like solar panels on his roof, which provide him with the energy he needs to stay connected to the world, and a cell phone. But he still values the old ways. The blend of modern technology and traditional lifestyle allows Peter to live a life that is both connected and grounded. Down in the village is Greta, the baker. Her small bakery smells amazing like fresh bread. Every morning before sunrise, Greta is busy baking, using skills passed down through her family. Her sourdough bread, made with a secret recipe, is famous in the area. Greta's bakery is more than just a place to buy bread. It's where people meet and chat. Locals come for coffee and pastries, sharing news and stories. Tourists also love the bakery, wanting to experience real Swiss life. Greta, like Peter, represents the spirit of the Swiss Alps. She uses modern equipment, but she also keeps traditions alive. Her sourdough starter, passed down through generations, is a symbol of the Alps' history, showing that some things are timeless. Life in the Swiss Alps is a mix of old and new. The village, with its pretty houses and cobblestone streets, has a special energy. Electric cars drive next to horse-drawn carriages, showing how the old and new get along. Tourists with cameras and backpacks mix with locals, creating a cool blend of cultures. As the day goes on, the village square gets busy. Kids play in the fountain, musicians play traditional Swiss music, and farmers sell fresh food. The village square shows what life is like in the Swiss Alps, a place where the past and present mix perfectly. It shows that progress doesn't mean forgetting the past. As the sun starts to set, the mountain peaks glow. In a chalet on a hillside, Anna, a young woman with big dreams, looks out at the view. Anna is different from Peter and Greta. She represents the future of the Swiss Alps. She's a graphic designer, and her work takes her all over the world. Thanks to the internet, she has clients everywhere, and her designs mix modern style with traditional Swiss elements. Anna shows that you can stay connected to your roots while exploring new opportunities. Like many young people, Anna wants to protect the natural beauty and culture of the Swiss Alps. She knows that progress and sustainability are important, and she wants to make sure the mountains stay beautiful for future generations. Life in the Swiss Alps is all about nature. The mountains are a powerful force shaping the lives of the people who live there. The fresh air, the smell of pine trees, the sound of waterfalls, these are all part of life in this amazing place. But nature can also be tough. The mountains can be dangerous, with harsh winters and avalanches. But it's in these tough times that the mountain people show how strong they are. They've learned to adapt and respect nature's power. Living in the Swiss Alps is challenging. The rough land and unpredictable weather make it tough. Farmers have to work hard, and villagers have to be self-sufficient, especially during the snowy winters. But being isolated also has good things. It creates a strong sense of community. Neighbors help each other out, sharing what they have and supporting each other. This helps them get through tough times. The challenges of mountain life aren't just physical. Young people sometimes leave for the city, and it's important for people to stay and keep the traditions alive. Even with the challenges, life in the Swiss Alps is rewarding. There's a strong sense of belonging, a connection to the land and its history. People have lived here for generations, and their stories are part of the landscape. The traditions, the songs, dances, and crafts connect the present to the past. The strong community is another great thing about living here. In a time when technology can make us feel isolated, the Swiss Alps are different. Life here is about personal connections and shared experiences. Festivals throughout the year bring people together. This sense of community also includes a respect for nature, understanding that people and the environment are connected. This creates a sense of responsibility to protect the mountains for the future. The Swiss Alps, with their snowy mountains and the sound of cowbells, show us a different way of life. It's a place where tradition and modern life work together, where nature is respected, and where people find strength in the challenges and peace in the beauty of the mountains. As the sun sets and the sky turns beautiful colors, you can feel a sense of peace. The mountains are quiet, except for the sounds of crickets and melting snow. In these quiet moments, you can feel the true heartbeat of the Swiss Alps, a rhythm of resilience, community, and love for the mountains. The Swiss Alps show how tradition and modern life can balance each other. Old customs mix with new technology, creating a special culture. Imagine cowbells and electric cars together, old farming methods and fast internet, close communities and global connections. This is the Swiss Alps. The Swiss have done a great job of keeping their traditions while embracing progress. They've found a way to make modern advancements work with their traditions, making life better without forgetting the past. It's a tricky balance, but the Swiss Alps show it can be done. You can see this balance in everything from farming to crafts. The Swiss respect their past and look forward to the future. They show that progress and tradition can work together to make a vibrant culture. There's a special feeling in the Swiss Alps, a feeling of resilience, independence, and respect for nature. It comes from living in the mountains for centuries, facing challenges, and finding strength in the beauty of the surroundings. You can see this spirit in the faces of the farmers, the hands of the artisans, and the eyes of the children. The Alpine spirit isn't just about overcoming challenges, it's about learning from them and becoming stronger. It's about finding joy in simple things, the warm sun, the community, the beauty of the mountains. This spirit is contagious, making everyone appreciate nature and community. It reminds us that the best things in life aren't things, but the connections we have with people and nature. As the sun sets over the Swiss Alps, you can't help but feel amazed. These mountains, with their beauty and spirit, show us a world where life is different, where tradition and progress work together, and where people find peace in nature. The Swiss Alps are more than just a place to visit. They show the strength of the human spirit and remind us that some things are worth protecting. They give us hope, showing that we can live in harmony with nature, with each other, and with ourselves. The legacy of the Swiss Alps isn't just about the scenery or the villages, it's about the people, their resilience, their community, and their love for the mountains.